And this is what I get for never buying a tripod. Clearly, I need one. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is literally like Friday 6:30 p.m. I am filming this like 2 days before I'm posting it. I have been in a brain fog all week, but we're gonna get out of it and I'm gonna film today. Anyways, I have been in a reading slump for probably like the past 3 months. Ended up returning my Kindle because I was realizing I was not reading as much as I thought I would be reading. I was probably reading one book every 6 weeks, and I genuinely missed having a physical book to read. I don't know, something about like reading a physical book is so nostalgic to me for many reasons. Maybe I'll make a separate video talking about that and why I love books. But anyways, for now, I need to get out of my reading slump, and Amazon just so happened to have a book sale, and I was like, wow, maybe it's a sign I should just start reading again and kind of like find my way back into something I really truly love. I've been in kind of bit of a funk, and I'm trying to find little things to do that'll get me out of that funk, and I realized maybe like changing up my habits or just kind of like finding like a safe space will help. And every single time I'm in a mental health funk, reading gets me out of it. So I figured, you know what, it is time. I've never filmed a book video before, obviously, but I do want to dabble into making book related content as well. I got some books off Amazon. I already had some books as well, so I'm gonna go through everything, kind of show you guys my little TBR list. We'll see how long it takes me to even read these. Also, like I said, I've never filmed a book video before. I'll try my best to explain what the book is about without sounding like I'm just like reading something off my phone. But anyways, let's get into my TBR. I'm gonna start with the book I'm currently reading, book that I thought would help me get out of my slump, and that book is Stargirl. So I think this is more of like not even young adult, more of like a middle school read. But the reason I decided to pick this as my reading slump escape book is because it is short. It is a pretty quick read. I am taking my time with it, but it is, like I said, a quick read. It's easy to read. I can easily read this like during like a break or on the bus, or when I have like a 5-minute downtime at work or something. I have been enjoying it. It's not like, you know, like extraordinary in my opinion, but I have been enjoying it. It's kind of about this girl who is a new student at a high school, and everyone's kind of like really fascinated by her. It is a book that steps into the topic of first love, which I think is really interesting. If you know me, you know I love anything related to romance, love, anything like that. But it's not like super heavy romance focused. So I thought it would be a good way to kind of get out of this slump. Don't know if I explained this book properly, but I am reading Stargirl. I do like it. I'm halfway through. I am halfway through, but this is definitely the first book on my TBR. The next book that I just got like 5 minutes ago from the mail is The Perfect Marriage. I have heard a lot about this book. I have seen this book a lot. I have heard people talk very highly about it, and I was like, you know what, it's on sale, I have to pick it up. This is more of, I think, like a psychological book. I believe this is more like a murder mystery psychological book. I'm not 100% sure, but it definitely sounds interesting. And given that like I have like a social work background and that I'm just like really fascinated about like books like these because it gets my mind thinking. Not really in the romance field, obviously, but I think I'm going to read this like more later down the line once I'm done with my reading slump. But if you guys have read this book and you know anything about it, let me know. I kind of just briefly read the back, and it sounds super interesting and like super like gets you thinking type of book. So excited to read this, but I'm also like really scared to read this. The next book I picked up is The 7-Year Slip. I have also heard a lot of things about this. I think everyone that I've seen read it has rated it very high, and this is a romance book as well. I'm actually really excited to read this. I love the concept of it. It's pretty much about a girl who falls for a guy, typical romance book scenario. However, he apparently lives 7 years in the past, which is interesting. I have no idea what that really means. Obviously, I won't know until I read the book, but it does sound super interesting, and I am super excited to read it. I think I am really gonna like this book. I feel like this is gonna be one of those books that I really do enjoy or I really dislike, and I guess we will find out once I read it. The next book I got this like couple of months ago at a local bookstore because it looked really interesting to me. However, when I reread what it's about, I was like, I don't know if I'll enjoy this book. Maybe I will. Anyways, regardless, it's on my TBR and it is The Do-Over. I think I have also seen this book around. I have seen a couple of people talk about this. I don't remember if they said good things or bad things, but I do remember seeing it and I was like, you know what? Might as well pick it up. It's pretty much about a girl who's kind of like stuck in this time loop and like she keeps seeing the same thing over and over and over again, which is pretty much her boyfriend cheating on her. I think if that ever happened to me and I was reliving the same exact trauma every single day and I was like just stuck in that day, I would go crazy. With these types of books, I'm always curious to know how the author goes about it because it's pretty much, it sounds like she's living the same exact day every single day. So it's like, how do you write a book explaining every single day? But I guess because like she wakes up and she's living the same day, she already knows what happened, so maybe she just kind of like goes about it a different way every day. But then again, like he's still cheating on her, so like the thing that happens still happens. Like no matter what she does, she's probably not going to be able to change that or like change the reality. I don't know. I'm gonna read the book and find out. I don't know what I just said. Hopefully this is a good book. I did read a book similar to this, I think. No, I didn't. I lied. I did not read a book similar to this. The book I was thinking about is, crap, what's it called? I can't remember. Let me find it because it's one of my favorite books, but I don't remember what it's called. Wow, go me. The Life of Addie LaRue. That is the book I was thinking about. I believe that book is about like a girl that like as soon as you meet her, everyone forgets her, and then she meets one person who like does not forget her, and she's just like, holy shit, wow, you remember me. Kind of reminded me of that book, except that book is different because it's like everyone keeps forgetting her and then finally someone remembers her. The next book on my TBR list is Picking Daisies on a Sunday. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what this book is about. I barely even read what it was about when I bought it. I just saw that it was a romance book. It has a really pretty title. It has a really pretty freaking gorgeous cover, and it's a romance book, and I was like, sold, sold, sold. It's also pink, kind of matches my room. I was like, you know what, aesthetically pleasing, I need it. I believe the main character of this book is like a hopeless romantic, just like kind of like looking for love or wanting love, and she's just like been wanting it for a while, and then like one day like unexpectedly comes to her. I might be totally wrong, I might be totally right, but I do believe that the main character is a hopeless romantic and I'm a hopeless romantic. So I was like, you know what, me and her, I'm gonna read this book and we're gonna be besties because she gets me and I get her, and that is what it is, and we're gonna be picking daisies on a Sunday. God knows with who, but we're gonna do it. I'm actually really excited to read this. This might be the next book I read, I'll see. But I'm like really excited to read it, but it's also like so pretty and I just like don't want to touch it. Does that make sense? I sound crazy. I'm so sorry. The last book I picked up is, and I have seen this book literally, when I say everywhere, I have heard everyone talk about it. My friend Maddie specifically talked about it, and as soon as I heard her thoughts on it, I was like, you know what, I feel like I'm gonna like this book because Maddie likes this book. Anyways, it is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I think I read one book by Emily Henry, which was Beach Read. I believe that book is by her, and I loved that book. Like I actually really liked that book. This book actually just came out and it's hardcover, so it was like $25–30, but because Amazon had a book sale, I got it for less than that, which was great. I was like, if it's on sale, I need to buy it. I read the synopsis for this book, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just gonna read the last sentence. Fast forward to the first part of this video where I was like, I'm not gonna make it sound like I'm reading off a website. I'll try my best to explain what the book is about without sounding like I'm just like reading something off my phone. Well, I'm reading off a book cover now, so pretty much the last sentence of the synopsis says, there's no way Daphne would actually start her new chapter by falling in love with her ex-fiance's new fiance's ex, right? That sounds really funny and it sounds really messy, and I am here for it. I am excited to read this book. That is everything on my TBR. Like I said, this is my first time filming a book video. I tried my best. I'm sorry if I was like rushing through the books or not explaining anything properly, but I do want to film more book content in the future. So if you have any ideas, any suggestions, any critique, anything like that, just let me know, and hopefully I get out of this reading slump. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Let me know what book you think I should read next out of all of these, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye.